Hello, welcome to my channel. Obviously, you know what this is just from the title and from my thumbnail, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you about why it happened, what happened, and what became of it. So, the reason I'm talking about this is I've been wanting to talk about it, and I haven't really talked about it to anybody in a long time. I mean, I kind of tell the story here and there, but it was like one of the most important things that's ever happened to me. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Also, the 5-year mark is coming up, so I've been kind of thinking about that. I used to work at Little Caesars Pizza back in Paris, Texas. I worked there for 2 years. I got hired by the assistant manager, who was like he's very gay, and he basically talked to my dad about getting me the job. So I got hired, and he was like really not even low key. He was like really trying to get with anybody he could, and I just needed a job. So I was like, okay. I did not like this dude. His name is Kenyon, by the way. But yeah, he's fucking weird. So basically, I'm working there for 2 years. A lot of things happen. There's this guy named Cody Woods. He got hired. Cody was a drug dealer, drug taker. He constantly fucked up, right? One day I was asked to come open the store because it's been like 5 years. But basically I was asked to come open the restaurant, be like the opening cook or whatever. And I showed up. I was trying to put the truck up. I was cleaning the store. I was very tired because I don't normally go to bed till like 6 in the morning. Which is why, if any of you who are subscribed to me, you realize like every time I get on, like make a video every single day, I'm always like, God, I'm so tired. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. But I always go to bed really late. And I didn't get to go to bed, so I was staying up the entire night, and then I went straight to work without going to sleep to open up the store. Well, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Or, I'm sorry, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm trying to sweep and get everything caught up so I can leave. Because, it's time for me to go home at that point. And Cody came to work that day, and he was very, very stoned. I don't know what he was taking. Somebody said a Molly. I still, to this day, don't know what a Molly is. Because I've never taken drugs. I never smoked weed. I never did any of that. I drink alcohol time to time. But that's it. I mean, who doesn't? It's alcohol. Yeah, he came to work like really fucked up. And he started like running his mouth at me. And I was kind of like, whatever, dude. Because I'm just trying to sweep. I'm just trying to go home, I don't care. Like, I'm kind of whenever I'm at work, for the most part, I'm kind of like an antisocial person. I don't really like talk to anybody. Because I like to just get my job done so I can leave. Sometimes if I can make friends, that's great. Having friends is fun. But yeah, he was harassing me up there, and I was just kind of like, whatever. And then it was let go. Nothing was talked about it again. We didn't speak to each other for a little bit, and I was almost finished sweeping, and all of a sudden I just felt out of the corner of my face. Like he came up behind me and decked me right here. And he hit me 6 times in the face before I hit the floor. I didn't know what happened. I was kind of stunned. I was on the ground twitching. Obviously, I was covered in blood. Yeah, homeboy fucked me up. I got fucked up. I didn't see it coming. I didn't hear him running up behind me. It was a cheap shot, times 6, I guess. Yeah, he fucked up my entire face. So I'm sitting there like covered in blood, freaking like squirming around on the floor, like withering and shit. The management, her name is Serena. I do not remember her last name, but she was the GM at the time. She said, "Oh, he's bleeding on the floor. Get him out of the store." That's why I remember it, because it rhymed. These motherfuckers dragged me out of the back of the restaurant and put me on the pavement in front of the store. Basically the parking lot. And left me there. They didn't call anybody. No ambulance was called. I needed help. I couldn't I couldn't see. I was just hurt. The dude fucked me up really bad. No, I couldn't brace for it. Yeah, man, like, my mom just happened to be, if you've ever seen these before, it's a movie place called Family Video, and on the side of it is Little Caesars in a lot of places. I don't know about everywhere in California, but in Texas, that's how it was. So my mom just happened to be in that family video getting movies. Because, she's one of the older people, and, older people rent DVDs and shit. So it's still a thing. She saw me, and she, freaked out, got me in the car, drove me to her house. She called the cops. They never called the police. They never called me an ambulance. They never did fucking shit for me. They put me outside to bleed. Little Caesars. So, for the rest of the story, that's, for the most part, that's it for Little Caesars for now. I had to go to my mom's house. I couldn't work, obviously. She called the cops. I had to talk to a police officer while trying to stay conscious because I was going to be unconscious. I kept falling asleep, and she kept saying, "You can't sleep. You might have a concussion." Well, I kept blacking out because I was hurting too bad. And the cop went up there to the Paris store, and he talked to them, and he saw the footage, and he was like, "Yeah, obviously he's the aggressor." Okay. So, 2 days later, my mom takes me to go get x-rays done. My face is starting to feel a little bit better because, the pain's gone away. I've been taking medicine and whatever. And they said my face is, shattered. The whole bone right here is shattered. And they said, you have to get surgery done on it. And I'm, thinking, my face is already starting to not be so swole up. I had a black eye. My whole face is just black right here, obviously. I have photos of it on my Facebook. Maybe I should, I don't know, maybe we can come up to a follow-up with that at some point. But I was hurting really bad. And, I wasn't hurting bad. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's 2:30 in the morning. But I had x-rays taken, and they said I had to go to, I think the hospital is called Baylor in Dallas. So I went to the hospital. I spent 6 or 7 days there, and I got released on the 4th of July of 2014. I remember that. But I spent all that time in the hospital. Nobody came and visited me. Nobody called me to check on me. Nobody texted me to check on me. Nothing. Nobody cared. I was told my face could have collapsed, and I got metal plates right here, and I have a metal plate right here. If you look right here, you can see a scar in the corner of my eye. That's where they did the surgery on me. I actually had the footage flipped on the camera because it looks like I had a stroke, my eye's kind of droopy. You can't tell right now because I have the footage flipped, so it doesn't really show it that way. Yeah, I had to go get fucking surgery. It cost me I had insurance at the time, so it only cost me $400 to get it done. I had a facelift for the most part. My job called me, asked me, "When are you coming back to work?" This bitch. These fucking assholes, right? Okay. I don't go to work. I'm basically unconscious for 3 to 4 weeks after the whole ordeal, and I had a girl taking care of me at the time. She was giving me Jello and stuff and feeding me. I don't remember how I even went to the bathroom during those 3 weeks. I was just kind of laying in bed, just drugged up, because my face was operated on. I had bandages around me and shit. I had an eye patch. It hurt. It was definitely a life changer. I mean, I know people have gone through worse things, but this is one of the awesome, most greatest things that ever happened to me. Sarcasm, by the way. So I recover, and I finally go back to work, which I know I shouldn't have. I should have just quit. But I had bills to pay, and I hadn't worked in almost a month. It's been about a month. Yeah, I hadn't worked in a month. So I was behind. I'm back at work for 2 goddamn days, and they fired me. Serena took me to the back of the restaurant outside on this little bench and told me to sign this pink form for my termination. And I said, "Fuck you. There's no way, no." So I grabbed a little paper and I ripped it up, and I knocked some stuff over on my way out of the store, and she threatened to call the police. And I remember telling her, "Oh, so that you can call the police over some fucking $5 pizzas, but not whenever your employee is a bloody pulp on the floor. Come on. Clearly I need medical assist. I need medical attention." Yeah, fucking fantastic ass people, right? God damn it, it's Little Caesars. I got very discouraged. I didn't know how to go through a whole lawsuit kind of thing. I didn't know how to do anything like that because I didn't really have any life experience at that point. So that's my fault for never taking action on it. My mom refused to help me with it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any friends, obviously, because, nobody fucking checked up on me or whatever. I was very alone for this time. Nobody even told me Cody got arrested like 4 months later when they finally picked him up. He didn't even get arrested after that happened until months later, and he got out after like 12 hours. I wasn't even notified about it whenever he was in court. Nobody told me shit. I never got a phone call. Nobody told me until afterwards. I was like, yeah, I think he got like a misdemeanor. Fucking great, right? Yeah, I know it's too late to sue. I know it's too late to do anything about it. But I will say this too. I messaged Little Caesars on Facebook a couple years ago telling them about it, and I sent them photos of my whole operation and the photos of me like hurt and stuff. They blocked me. Little Caesars blocked me on Facebook and wanted to have nothing to do with it. So for those of you who actually like the $5 pizzas, the company's a piece of shit. I just want you to know that. God damn it. I don't see anything redeeming about it. And I wouldn't suggest eating their food. It's 5 years later, almost 5 years later. I'm kind of a shut-in now. I don't really like talking to people anymore. My hobbies now consist of not going out having fun. I mainly stay home now. That's what I like to do. I've been like that ever since the incident. It's affected my personality quite greatly. I'm kind of desensitized on things now. I laugh still, but I'm not really in a humorous mood now. So all I like to do is just make YouTube videos and watch YouTube and go to sleep. That's my entire life, apart from work and my daughter. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this, you've seen the thumbnail. That was me in the hospital. So that was my assault case from Little Caesars. Nothing was done about it, which sucks on my end. I did remember I made a GoFundMe for people to help me with my hospital bill, and it never went anywhere, which, again, that makes sense. I was 23, 24 when this happened. It's not really a big deal. I don't expect anybody to just, like, hand over money. It was just kind of like, I need help. Maybe this could help. You know what I mean? So, sorry if you guys sat through this. Thank you for watching. It does mean a lot to me. Maybe we should get this to go viral. Probably not, though. But, alright, you guys have a good night. And maybe I'll do another story time video because I have a lot of stories. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks.